Hey guys, welcome back to Ball Cap Gaming. Today I'm bringing you in on my pitching techniques. We're going to cover changing locations and speeds, pitching during certain situations, front door pitches, backdoor pitches, setup pitches, messing up hitters' timing, and all examples will be from online gameplay. So let's jump right into it. First up, changing location. This is obvious and I think everybody does it, but you want to have a strategy. You've got to be thinking one pitch ahead. So when you're throwing something down, you need to know the next pitch is going to be up and vice versa. So changing location and pitching one pitch ahead. Here's the first example now. We start with something low. He swings. He's a little ahead of it. So then we're going to go upstairs, bring it up and in. He's fouled it off. Now we're going to go low again. He's going to foul this one off. So now we go one more time down. He's thinking probably coming back up with it being 2 strikes, but we go down. We get him. He swings and misses. Ball skips away, but we get the out. Here's another example. We're going to start down again. Get him to swing, get him ahead of it. Then we're going to go down again, trying to change his vision down and away, keeping him down and away. Now we come up and in on a 1-1 pitch. He's watching it. Then to finish him off, we go down yet again, down and in, and he's out. Example number 3. Here we are at a 1-1 count. We're going to start in. Then on a 1-2 pitch, we go away, and he's just watching it. He's done. Example number 4, up and in, 1 and 2. Then we're going to drop it. Falls right off the table, and he's gone. Next, we're going to dive into changing speeds. Very important here. You want to mess up the hitter's timing. You want them thinking fastball, and you toss something soft. You want them expecting soft, and you hit them with something hard and fast. So changing speed, very important in this game. Let's dive into a couple examples. This first one, we're actually going to combine a little bit of the changing location and changing the speed. First pitch is a fastball up and in. We get ahead 0-1. He's late. Now we're going to pound him in 0-1, get him thinking hard stuff, thinking fast stuff. It's been all fast. Now we're going to go low away and we're going to take something off of it, and he's way out in front of it and he's out. Next example, here we go. Same thing. Fastball right over the middle. Now we're going to come up and in with the fastball. Just get his timing all about fastballs. That was a miss. So let's hit it again. 1-1. Check swing on it. So let's go low and away and start changing the speed on him. Pops him up, pulled it. He was looking for something fast. Third example, starting with a fastball. Swing and a miss. Let's go fastball up and in on the 0-2, just setting him up for our next pitch, which is going to be something nice and slow. Ahead 0-2, he's seen 2 fastballs up and in. He thinks I'm just going to keep piping it through. Swings way early. He's gone. Now we'll look at backdoor pitches. These are key, especially if you're facing a very patient hitter, somebody who's letting some pitches go. So a backdoor pitch is when it starts outside and comes back in over the plate. So this is a very important pitch to throw, especially if someone's being patient or you're looking to get a strike 3 call. Let's look at some backdoor pitches here. Again, very simple. Here we go. We're going to try to get a slider to start out and come right back over at that bottom corner. Boom. Nice pitch. Here's another one. Slider outside, coming in. Same thing. All right, now let's look at front door pitches. A front door pitch is something that starts inside and goes outside. So here we go with a lefty-lefty matchup. Inside, coming in, strike. So front door and back door pitches you're going to want to utilize, especially versus patient hitters. Now let's look at some lefty-lefty matchups. Here we go. This one we start inside. Now we're going away, completely throwing him off. Inside, outside. And then the third pitch, the fastball up and in. Hard to get around on it, especially after you've seen 2 down low. Sometimes I'm not afraid of just firing sliders away. Away, away, away. Every single pitch is going to be away. It goes against my rule of changing location and being unpredictable, which we'll talk about later. But I am fine just throwing sliders low and away. MLB The Show is going to move it for you. Sometimes it'll go in, but here we go. All away, low. He flies out to left. Next is pitching to contact. Sometimes you're going to want to pitch to contact just to keep your pitch count down, to induce a double play. So here's some examples of pitching to contact. I like to throw the ball. You got to keep it in the zone, but you want to try to have it land bottom left, top right. Keep it in the zone, but keep it in a difficult place to hit. So here's some examples, just keeping the ball in the zone, but it's got movement. It's going to a corner, it's going to a side, and we're getting them to roll over on it, ground out, fly out. Here's another example. Just trying to keep my pitch count down. Here I am in the second inning with 2 outs. This is pitch number 17. He's going to foul that off. The next pitch, keeping it, again, in the zone, trying to get him to just hit it on the ground. Hits it in the air. It's going foul. 0-2 pitch. Now I'm just trying to get a strikeout. But he is making contact, keeping it in the zone, and he's going to fly out to left. Here's one more example. Just keep it in the zone, have it move, and you'll get some outs. Let's move on to pitching to a double play. Again, pitching to contact. You want to pitch to a double play. When you're pitching to a double play, trying to get a double play, you got to keep the ball down. Here we go. I'm going to try to keep everything down. Curveballs down, sliders down. Even better if you have a sinker or a splitter or a two-seam fastball. Here he is. Grounds it to short. Double play. Inning over. Make sure when you're trying to get a double play, you keep that ball down. Even better if the ball has diving motion. Now let's look at setup pitches. We were talking about it earlier. You want to be thinking one pitch ahead. This is a perfect example of that, where you're going to throw something in a certain part of the plate. You may miss completely, but you're just setting up that next pitch. Here we go. We're going up and in. Swing and a miss. We're going low and away on an 0-2 pitch. So we go up and in, sets him up for something low and away, soft. He's out. Next example, here we go. We're going low and away this time. It's a miss. Gonna go low again. Swings and misses. That one was closer to him. Just keep dropping it down. All of this is just lulling him to sleep. Soft stuff, low and away, setting up the big fastball up and in to finish this at bat. And we get a soft fly out to center field. Now we're going to throw something soft right over the plate. Swing and a miss. Now we go away on the 0-1. Got him again. So we're ahead 0-2. We've thrown a bunch of soft stuff. Here's one more just to get him thinking about it. He's fouling it off. So everything's been low and away and soft. Let's keep the trend going. This is all within mind. Like, if he swings and misses, great, but we bury that one. Fully happy that that doesn't make it. Here's another one. Not taking. That's fine. 2-2 is still a good pitcher's count. And now here comes the fastball up and in to finish off the at-bat. We get a little pop up to third. One more strategy I wanted to share. I don't have any clips of it here, but don't be afraid to walk guys. There are plenty of instances where it's okay to walk somebody. If the pitcher's on deck, obviously you might want to go ahead and walk the batter. Sometimes you're going to need to walk somebody to load the bases so you can get a force out at any base, especially if it's late in the game. And if you're down 3-0 to a power hitter or somebody you're worried about doing some damage, just walk them and go get the next guy, especially if you have a better matchup. My next tip is don't be predictable. Don't always start somebody with a fastball up. Don't always start with something low. Don't always start off speed. Your opponent is going to pick up on it. So change your speed, change your location, and don't think about it as it's done with that batter, because remember, you're not facing a batter, you're facing 3 batters in that instance. It's the same guy hitting with 3 different guys. So he's looking at, okay, he started me with a fastball last at bat, so I'm probably going to get another one this time. So change your pace. You want to have a 3-batter approach and not just a 1-batter approach in this game. Okay, so let's look at some examples of not being predictable. He gets a fastball in to start. Then we go away. Now we're going to go back in and we're going to drop it. And he's gone. Here's another example. We're going down and in. We used this one earlier. Down and in, low and away, and then we come back up and in. So we hit 3 different spots of the strike zone, different speeds. We keep it unpredictable. And again, if we're facing the next guy, we're going to have a totally different approach. Now let's look at a strategy for pitching against patient hitters. Again, using front door and backdoor pitches and not getting alarmed by throwing balls and maybe falling behind in a count. Let's take a look at this first example. Facing a patient hitter, he takes the first strike. That's an example of a patient hitter. They let the first strike go. They want to see if you follow the next pitch with a strike, which in this instance I didn't. I threw a ball up thinking he might chase. So we're going to come back on a 1-1 pitch. He checks it on a nice fastball that was riding inside. So I'm behind 2-1. Now we're going to go low and away. We get him to pop up. So he's hover around the strike zone. That's the tip. Hover around the strike zone with patient hitters. Here's one. We get a nice backdoor slider to come back over. Now we're going to go down and in. We're going to miss. It's 1-1. That's a very tempting pitch to swing at. He doesn't. We're going to go back to that first location. We miss. It's a ball. We're behind 2-1. I can already tell he's a patient hitter because these are close pitches. He's not checking. He's not thinking about it. He checks on the 3-1, so we're low and away. I'm going to hit it again and just hope I get my spot. We don't. So we walk him. Okay, again, don't be afraid to walk people. Don't put yourself in a position to give up a home run. Next guy, Joey Gallo. We hit him with a slider. We hit him with another slider. Comes in. He wasn't expecting that. Neither was I. I wanted it to go away. So now let's go away after hitting him with something in. And he's off balance and he's out. Next up, Xander Bogaerts. So he's been taking a lot of pitches. I've been setting him up. He gets antsy. And he swings at the first pitch. Little fly out to second base. So now let's talk about a strategy against pitching against impatient hitters. This one you have a little bit more leeway with your strike zone. You want pitches that fall off the plate. You want to drop, you want to spike your changeups and your curveballs in the dirt. So here we go. Let's take a look at this one. Very impatient hitter here. First pitch swinging, telltale sign. So he's 0-1. Then we go up and in. It's going to be a strike either way. So now it's 0-2. Let's drop this thing in the dirt. He's going to swing wildly. That one he fouls off. So we do it again. Here's the 0-2. Not going to get this one. Strikeout. On this next example, he swings at a fastball up and in. Then we go low and away. Falls off the plate. He's way ahead. That's it. So pitches that fall off the plate, spike your curveballs and your changeups, and get them to chase. Get those impatient hitters out. This next strategy, I say with tongue in cheek, it is throw a triple play. Of course, get all 3 outs with 1 pitch. Here's a triple play that I was able to pull off this year. I have runners on first and second, nobody out. He lines it right back to my pitcher. I throw it to second, throw it to first, triple play, good to go. If you can get one of those, all the better. All right, our next strategy is to look at the hitter timing. Every time you throw a pitch and every time they swing at a pitch, whether they miss it or hit it, you get their timing in the bottom corner. You need to use that information and let that information set up your next pitch. Here's our example. We got 2 outs. Swinging that early on a slider means you're going to get a changeup low and away. That's where we go. He checks his swing because he's Actually had good timing on that, but his timing's all messed up. 0-2, here he goes, swinging way out ahead of a pitch. Look at his timing. If I had thrown him a fastball, it would have led right into what he was trying to do. Here's another example. We go low and away with something soft. He's a little bit late. Timing is off. Now he's trying to adjust, and he's too early. So he's all messed up right now. I could do whatever I want. Let's throw another one. He's early again, rolls over, grounds out. So those were a little early. Now let's take a look at strategy for if they're swinging late. First pitch, late on a fastball up and in. If they're late, I'm coming fast and I'm pounding you in until you get your timing right. So here we go, 0-1. We got him late on the first one. Just too late on a pitch. I'm not afraid. If he's too late, I'm not afraid to throw it again. We get him to foul out to right. Next example, same thing. We're coming in. He's very late on a slider in. So you're getting the fastball up and in next. Not even close. So let's go one more time, up and in. His timing, he's not catching up to these. Pops it up. Next example we're going to look at is sidestepping to throw off timing. Again, it's all about timing. So use that sidestep, not just if you've got a runner on base. Sometimes here I have Kimbrel in, there's nobody on base. The relievers can go into a sidestep regardless if they're pitching from the stretch. So here I am just mixing it up with him, using the sidestep, not using the sidestep, keeping his timing off, and he ends up hitting a weak fly ball out to right. So use that sidestep. Obviously, if there's somebody on base you're worried about stealing, but you can also use it to throw off their timing. Now let's look at strategy against bunts. So if you're in a bunt situation, here you go. He's thrown the bunt down. I've already selected my pitch. Notice how I released early. Gets the ball up so that the ball doesn't die or go where he wants it to go. If you keep it up, maybe he'll pop it up. Here we go. Let's look at it again. I pick my slider. I want to go down. He shows me the bunt. So I'm going to release early on my pitch. Boom, I release early. The ball stays up. The ball comes off the bat harder, and we get him to ground out. One more item is know your shift. Know where your defense is. I don't know how many times I've been burned against the computer with Charlie Blackmon. I really try to not let it hurt me here in ranked seasons. Look at this example. Joey Gallo's up. Fly ball to left. I'm shifted so far to the right that my pitching strategy, which is going to tend to create a later swing and have it go the other way, I need to get my defense positioned correctly. So know your shift. If you're pitching in a way that you're going to have them hit it the other way, get your outfielders and get your infield back to straight up positions. Okay, thanks for watching my pitching techniques, my pitching strategy. Feel free to implement them into your pitching repertoire. I know that for me, pitching is very important because I can go through some dry spells hitting, but pitching I feel like I can control a little bit better, and so I work on pitching, and this is what I've got. So good luck this season, and I'll see you online.